The first part of our gospel, my dear brothers and sisters, is loaded with words coming out of the mouth of Jesus. Matthew has one of his main themes as discipleship. And there's this constant call to people to discipleship in some capacity or the other. In today's gospel, we have Jesus making a very emphatic and clear statement. If you want to be a follower of mine, do things that you need to do. On the one hand, self-denial. On the other hand, take up the cross. So I believe there is a giving up of something and taking up of something. The giving up is that of one's self, one's pride, one's ego, one's attachment to the things of the world. And the taking up of something is the cross. We can't possibly do both together, my dear brothers and sisters. We cannot possibly be still attached to the world and still want to take up the cross. The cross is never going to be easy. It's going to be tough. It's going to come with its share of challenges and difficulties and obstacles. And perhaps every day of our life we will come across these crosses. But I believe when God gives us a cross to carry, He also gives us the strength to carry it with. And therefore there is first of all this denial of oneself. Leaving behind everything else, making God the number one priority in my life. I cannot possibly be attached to God and God alone if I'm still distracted by worldly things. And therefore today's gospel is an invitation for all of us to make this all-important choice. Can I still hold on to all these worldly attachments? Or am I willing to let go of all that for something even greater, namely Jesus Himself? And then he goes on to say, anyone who wants to save his life will lose it, but anyone who loses his life for my sake will find it. A call to lay down our own lives for the sake of the gospel, for the sake of Jesus. The first apostles did that. The early Christians did that. And that invitation goes out to all of us as well. We will be persecuted because of our faith, my dear brothers and sisters. Not everyone understands Jesus. Not everyone knows what the gospel is all about. And therefore, there will be times in our lives when we'll be taunted and perhaps even ridiculed because we are following Christianity and we believe in the person of Jesus. And yet in the midst of all of this, we're asked to be ready to lay down our lives for the sake of the gospel and for the sake of Jesus. And then comes yet another strong statement. What then will a man gain if he wins the whole world but ruins his life? Where are we going to take all these attachments, all these worldly pleasures? Finally, my dear brothers and sisters, when we pass away from this world, we'll be put into a wooden box without anything. We can't carry our bank accounts with us. We can't carry our fixed deposits. We can't carry all the luxuries that we're being attached to. I'm not saying all of this is bad, provided we don't become slaves of all of these things. We must remember all we have and all we are is because of the presence and working of Jesus in our lives. And therefore today, let's take this invitation a lot more seriously. A giving up of something so that we can get something even greater. A giving up of attachments to all that is worldly in order to cling onto a person who loves us immensely, namely Jesus Himself. God bless, and do have a Jesus-filled day.